Good evening. I guess we're competing with Peyton City's prom tonight. Is that right? And we got a stock car race going someplace else in Tyler County. So you're the real heartbeat of it. That you're the people they care about. Again, my name is David McKinley. I live in that other river city just north of us here in Wheeling. And I think those of us that live in river cities, we understand some of the challenges that take place when you're in a river city where people can go across the river. But again, what our campaign, I can't start anything without talking about my wife, Mary. Mary from New Martinsville, a nurse from Magnolia High School, okay? And she was 1 year ahead of Bill Stewart, and so we can tell the whole story about all that. But no, this is special to come here to actually go to any of the counties in West Virginia. I was blessed not when I was 14 years in the legislature to also having the opportunity to be the state chairman of the party, to be able to go around to all 55 counties, to build the spirit up and get people running, getting them on the ballot, trying to do what's right, so that we could have a very vibrant two-party system here in West Virginia. And I look at the fact that now we have six candidates running. It just shows that this party's coming back. We just have to believe in it. But so what brings me to this? Because I've been out of politics now for 14 years. I haven't been on the ballot in that length of time. I just got as frustrated as everybody else about what was going on, that things weren't happening. When we were looking for jobs, looking for opportunities, looking for growth, looking for enthusiasm, but seeing a federal government that was going in the wrong direction. Seeing it going to a point that it's borrowing money, spending things we don't have, establishing issues that we don't want. But yet that's what Obama and some previous administrations have forced upon us. So after that frustration, we looked long and hard and decided we're going to get back in. And we're going to stay this campaign to try to talk about four things. It's jobs, jobs, jobs. That's our first thing. This is all about the economy. We've got to get our people back to work all across this country, not just in West Virginia, not just in our valley, but all across our country. It's fine to have the ideology that people are talking about, having some of those, but the first thing we have to do is we have to get people back to work. What I want to do, we can talk about the specifics of that maybe during the Q&A. The next is, Tom's absolutely right, it's the spending. We've got to get this spending under control. All of us wanted to give something to our children that was better than we had. But what we've done, because Congress continues to spend, we've passed a debt on to our children now of $40,000 to $50,000 per person. They haven't even been born yet, and they're going to be struggling with. We've got to say no. We learned to say no in the West Virginia legislature. I spent 12 of them in 14 years on the House Finance Committee. I was a ranking Republican on the finance. I know how to say no. I know how to work with a balanced budget. And when I think things aren't in control, if they're out, we would say no. And when it came to spending in the state legislature, when it came to that budget, if I felt that budget was out of control with spending, I voted no on the budget. In 13 of my 14 years, I believe that's correct, I voted no against the budget because I thought the budget was starting to grow out of control. I want to protect our health care. Not the plan we have right now. I think all across America we want to have a health care plan, but this plan was the wrong bill at the wrong time. It was done behind closed doors. It was done in secrecy. I want to have a health care bill that we have to repeal this and then start with a new plan that involves everybody in the plan. I also want to look at ways that we can protect our coal industry and the miners that work in that industry, to keep them all safe. We all know in West Virginia, coal is the heartbeat of West Virginia. It's what brings the revenue in to be able to operate the state government. So that's what we're talking about, those four issues. But again, this is turning into an interview, a job interview. So I always look at, who are your references? Well, my references are the Parkersburg Daily News, or the Parkersburg News and Sentinel, the Wheeling Intelligencer, the Wheeling News Register, the West Virginians for Life, the National Right to Life, the Manufacturers Association, the Car Dealer Association. They're all saying that we think of all these six candidates, they all have talent, but David McKinley is the one that can win this election. So I'm asking you to look in your heart, to look at what is the real mission here. Is it to beat Alan Mollahan and show that 28 years is enough? If it is, I'd appreciate your support on May 11th. Thank you all very much. David McKinley.